It has been 2 decades since a Rhinelander police officer went off to fight for our country and made the ultimate sacrifice. A lot has changed in those 20 years, but what hasn't is the dedication of his department in upholding the memory of Officer Stephen Martin. News 9's Wyatt Williams shares their tribute.
This week marks the 20th anniversary of the passing of Stephen Martin from Rhinelander. His heroic sacrifice and memory is not forgotten.
He's the ultimate hero.
Sergeant Kurt Helke with the Rhinelander Police Department worked alongside Officer Martin for 5 years before he was deployed to Iraq back in December of 2003. He says Steve was everything you'd want to be in a person.
He was a friend of mine and did stuff with him both on and off duty. He was a good guy. He was entertaining, he had a good sense of humor. He had good values. Definitely a good guy to work with.
After the September 11th attacks, Martin felt called to action to protect and serve his country. He was stationed at a police training academy, training Iraqis to do police work, when in the middle of the night, tragedy struck.
There was a car bomber that drove onto the base and exploded, and he was put in a position that he ran up onto the roof with another guy, and they took out the car bomber and diverted his attack. So he wasn't actually able to get on the base, but the explosion was enough to cause catastrophic injuries.
Although it will never be the same, Sergeant Helke finds comfort in his memories of his friend.
We went to a bike rodeo school together in Green Bay, and I remember on the way back from Green Bay on Highway 29, one of the bikes fell off the back of the bike rack, and we had to stop and grab the bike off of the middle of the highway before the semi came and crashed into it.
Sergeant Helke spends time every Memorial Day honoring his friend, visiting both of his memorial sites as well as his gravesite. And 20 years later, while he may not still be with us, his memory lives on. In Rhinelander, Wyatt Williams, News 9, WAOW.